Here's how I make my spashed raspberry white chocolate layer cake. This is so yummy, you guys, and it's also really pretty. I have a lot of fun making it. So you want to start out with the cake batter. It is a vanilla cake batter with raspberries and raspberry jam swirled into the mix. You see how pretty that is? Bake that up. This is a 3-layer cake. Then I do a white chocolate frosting, which is just sweet and creamy and so delicious. That is it. I top it with some smashed raspberries to decorate. It is so simple to make, but really, really pretty. So such a crowd pleaser, and it's really fun for the summer months.
This is the cookie of the summer. These are my lemon raspberry white chocolate cookies, and they are so good. They also have brown butter, which you guys know is my favorite. So we're gonna start by browning the butter. It only takes about 10 minutes and it makes the cookies taste so good. And make sure you get all those brown bits at the end. Then we're gonna grate lemon zest into white sugar and rub it in to release those lemon oils. And then mix. It smells the brown butter, the lemon that are coming out from this right now. Unreal. Then you'll add eggs, vanilla, and your dry ingredients. I wanted these cookies to have a really bright and fresh lemon raspberry flavor, so that's why we're using real lemon zest and fresh raspberries. Then for the white chocolate, I love chopping up a bar, but you could use chocolate chips. Then I love adding 2 extra large chunks of white chocolate to the top because it just finishes them so nicely. Bake and let them cool, and then enjoy your fresh, bright lemon raspberry white chocolate cookies.
So I really rushed to get this recipe out on Easter, and I posted it to Instagram like 2 days before, and then it performed really well and people loved it. And I was just checking my stats one day and I came on here to check and then realized that I forgot to post it on here. So here we are, almost 2 weeks later, posting carrot cake cookies because really they're great any time of the year. They're super soft, topped with cream cheese frosting and homemade salted caramel sauce. You can find the recipe on my site.
The classic French patisserie, choux à cracola. Please excuse my poor French, but it's just a fancy name for a cream puff with a crackly, cookie-like top. When this layer is added to a choux, it melts, sets, and crisps so perfectly as it bakes. So I'm finally here to share with you all my tips and tricks for making the basic version of this pastry. And as a bonus, a rich and buttery vanilla bean diplomat cream. And before you know it, your freezer might just be stocked with bags of these cream puffs, much like mine. That's why one of my absolute favorite things to make is
Sex.
Love.
Sex. Everyone seems a damn genius lately. TikTok talking, late night TV. There's still so much that I have yet to know. We get dressed up just to go downtown in some ego-filled late night crowd. It seems that's where I feel most alone. I like to get lost on.
I've rejected affection for years and years. Now I have it, and damn it, it's kind of weird. He tells me I'm pretty, don't know how to respond. I tell him that he's pretty too. Can I say that? Don't have a clue. With every passing moment, I surprise myself. I'm scared of flies, I'm scared of.
I'm looking at the world through rose-colored glasses, and it says everything I feel.
Something on your mind by the way you look at me. There is something on your mind, honey.
I don't wanna call it off, but you don't wanna call it love. You only wanna be the one that I call baby. Cause I'm the poison was you. I'm not a shot to stop the feeling. Yeah.
Caminando en las calles quisiera dejar esta soledad. Caminando, espero
This is the most insane, basically no-bake dessert you're ever gonna make. Stay with me.
I am not exaggerating. This might be the best thing that I have ever made. It's so good.
Start by baking up some brownies. I just used a brownie mix. You could even buy your brownies pre-made. Cut them into squares after they've cooled and press 3/4 of the brownies into the bottom of a springform pan. Top that with some hot fudge and set it aside. Now you're gonna make your cheesecake filling. You've got cream cheese and peanut butter mixed together. Add in some sweetened condensed milk. Mix that together. Then you're gonna make some whipped cream. It's just heavy cream and powdered sugar. You could even use Cool Whip. Fold that whipped cream into the peanut butter mixture until it's smooth and combined. Then you're going to spread half of that mixture on top of the brownies. Once you've spread that around, you are going to add in the filling, which is the remaining quarter of the brownies that I've cubed up. Top it with the remaining peanut butter cream cheese mixture, smooth it around. Now chop up some peanut butter cups. I use eggs since I have so many of those on hand because it's Easter time. Put those on top, top that with some more hot fudge, chill it for 4 hours overnight. This is how it looks when it's done. It is absolutely incredible. Talk about a show-stopping dessert. It's one of the best things I've ever made.
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read.
Here's what you're gonna make the day before Thanksgiving. It's an apple spice olive oil cake with salted caramel buttercream. And this cake is conveniently better the next day, so all you have to do on Thanksgiving is frost the cake. It's pretty simple to put together. It has chunks of apple coated in brown sugar and spices, tons of eggs, olive oil, and orange juice. It's not overly sweet. It feels like something you can snack on. The cake is honestly perfect on its own, but this buttercream with salted caramel sauce just takes it to the next level. This is the perfect Thanksgiving dessert for someone like me who doesn't like pie. The full recipe is linked in my bio, and follow for more holiday recipes.
I am so obsessed with this recipe. It's just so pretty and so delicious. So let me show you how to make custard cream buns. It's got all three of my favorite things: bread, custard, and cream. In one of my previous videos, I showed you guys how to make the custard. So you're going to want to have that in a piping bag and just set it aside. For the bread portion, you're just going to combine all the ingredients until you have a dough. Knead in the butter, then let it proof until it doubles in size. Divide it into 4 equal pieces and shape them into balls. Press down into the center so you have this dip. Let it proof and then fill it up with custard. Give it a little egg wash, then bake until golden. Once they're cool, you can enjoy, but you can also take it a step further and pipe on some whipped cream.
When the sun goes down and the moon comes up, I turn into a teenage goo-goo-ma.
The falling leaves drift by the window. The autumn leaves of red and gold. I see your lips, the summer kisses, the sunburned hands I used to hold. Since you went away, the days grow long.
It smells like fall, it tastes like fall, it's so good.
Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, oh Cupid walks right through and shoots an arrow through my heart. And
These are my citrusy Earl Grey white chocolate chunk cookies. They're like crunchy on the outside, chewy on the center. I mean,
and I think they might just be the most unique yet flavorful cookie I've ever made. When it comes to making a new cookie flavor, my #1 priority is that the texture doesn't stray away from what we love most. Chewy centers, crispy edges, and one that holds up to like a week on the counter so you can have a little sweet treat waiting for you at the end of every day. Because here's the thing, I grew up with a mom that loved to get creative in the kitchen, but also a nana that kept things classic, so combining the best of them two is exactly what I strive for in the kitchen. I just wish y'all could like smell this right now. So I pre-mixed all my flour ingredients, so now we're just gonna add that. My dry ingredients that include the flour. This also might come as a surprise, but I didn't really grow up a fan of chocolate. I was more like a sour candy kind of kid, nor like cookies in general. But as an adult, I've grown to appreciate the hard work that goes into making like quality chocolate and the ease of making cookies for like a little sweet treat. So I'm always looking for new ways to fall in love with them both. And this cookie recipe checks both of those boxes. And I think it's actually gonna be pretty hard to top because I am really in love with it. Not only is this an elite combo, but Bubbler's new Orange Dream Freezer is only available at Target through end of summer. So don't forget and grab one, since it is a limited time availability. Okay, bye guys.